Hi there, this is Val with Folk Art Wings, and I just finished up these 3 sweet little junk journals. I think they turned out really cute. They're all made out of um, disposable packaging, and I like to use cardboard as my basis for my journals. Makes them very sturdy, and I just don't want it to be too bulky, and so it depends on what the packaging is made of. It might be double layered or it might be a single layer, but they're all made out of a base of pudding boxes, and this one's made out of a Kleenex box. And I've already done flip throughs of these two, so I'm going to put them aside and show you this one. It is a Kleenex box, the top of a Kleenex box. And a little bit of the side. I have put one signature inside and sewed it in with baker's twine, and it has a tie closure of baker's twine. And I sewed through the layers. I lined the inside with an embossed scrapbook cardstock. And so it's very sturdy, but you can see it's not bulky. And I trimmed it all the way inside and around top and bottom with a crocheted lace. And the opening here where you pull your tissues out, I lined with some scrapbook paper that I was given. And I have this fabric tape that I thought picked up the colors real well. So I reinforced the fold with the fabric tape and did the same thing by attaching it on the inside. This one's a fabric tape too, but it's a different pattern than what you see on the outside. And that formed a little pocket by just gluing it down on the two ends, top and bottom here, and then covering that up with the crochet lace. And so we have a little flip up of different eco-dyed papers, a French to English translation card, a little sticker, little button flower that I sew a little button onto a group of flowers I punch, and a little receipt, blank receipt, some stickers, and some lined paper in that pocket. And so the first page is printer paper that matches what's inside the opening on the front. Some tea-dyed paper with some stamping on it. Eco-dyed paper. Oh, I hope I've been in frame so you could see everything. Eco-dyed paper. And a waterfall of just black and white paper, lined paper, coloring book page, writing, and attached that to some coffee dyed paper. And on the back side, I put a little belly band with an offcut and some packaging, and then did a heavy coffee dyed card catalog index card with some string for the tab, and cheesecloth, and just book pages and little offcuts to do a little collage. And this is eco-dyed index card. And we've got coffee-dyed paper, printer paper, some more coffee-dyed paper. They're always different each page. This is a green business envelope, and I like the color with the image on the front. And so I put a few things in it. We've got a waterfall of some punched papers, and then a folded up piece of vintage lined paper. And we've got some stamped coffee dyed paper. That might be tea dyed. Some scrapbook paper, eco-dyed paper. Look at that, how it kind of like leached out. It's just so, almost makes you feel like it's alive. Just tea-dyed doily, some stamping on coffee dyed paper, eco paper, Isn't that pretty? Kind of looks like midnight on the lake. I made a little pocket out of a book page here. And, you know, just use offcuts of book pages and decorative paper and receipts, some washi tape. And I just took kindergarten writing paper and made a flip up for writing space. We tuck that in, back in, put a little tab on it so you know it's there. And then did a little flip out, and it's secure. You can secure the top under this coloring book circle, and it's got a little brad holding it in. Put that in the envelope, the pocket. Okay, my hands are not going to work now, of course, because I'm on camera. Oh my gosh, let's see. Here we go. Slides right in, but I had to make it look like it's difficult. So anyways, there we go with that pocket. Very pretty. I've got these frames that were punches from a yard sale, and so I just took this image and framed it with one of those cutouts. And then I use a lot of this printer paper in my journals, and what it is when I press leaves and flowers from the garden, I put them in between pieces of printer paper, and it leaves a little bit of coloring and indentation. You can see the stem here and the outline of the leaf. Kind of like embossing, but very subtle. This is eco-dyed paper again. There's your center, and the tie is baker's twine, and that's got sewn the signature in. It's just a two-hole sewn in pamphlet stitch. And rose leaves, stem and the rose leaves on eco-dyed paper. And one of those frames again on a pretty little printout. And I just decorated the page with some music. And then this is an envelope. I decorated around the window with book pages, music paper, a receipt, some origami paper. And then on the back is some old stationery, and it says, "Love and joy come to you for all the sweet things that you do." So this could be a reminder to continue your sweet heart and generosity. If that's who you are, you can give it to someone that you know that would really touch them and mean something to them. And inside the pocket, I have two journaling spots. This one is cardstock, and that has an image on the front that's very decorative. So I put that where you can see it through the window. Where's my opening? There we go. Slides right in there. And it's got origami paper tape in the binding and for a tab. And then this is eco-dyed index card from the library. And I just attached 2 1-cent stamps on that. So that goes behind, and it gives you plenty of journal space. Eco-dyed paper. Lots of writing space in these little journals. It's just lots of room to do that. So removable images that I have been gathering old family photos, and so I just throw copies of them sometimes into my journals, and they're removable. Just a little paper clip with some vintage ribbons on that coffee dyed paper. And this is a little image from a garden book, real cute garden book. The doily that's tea dyed, eco dyed paper. You can see the leaves, and I love that acid green and all the different various colors that come through. And more of that scrapbook paper, tea dyed paper, that green envelope again. And I have a little offcut of scrapbook paper inside, and then a cute little waterfall again of various different papers. Little sticker at the top. Book page made into a corner pocket, and a journal card with a machine sewn sticker, flower sticker. That's been rubber stamped. Rubber stamping on this coffee dyed paper. And to extend the index card, I did a stamped paper with the alphabet and just folded over, just a little reinforcement from coloring book paper, and another blank piece on the back. So it's got plenty of writing space, but decorative. Same thing here with the coffee dyeing and the stamping, eco-dyed. Just a little collage here. And then scrapbook paper, again, made into a pocket. And in this pocket, we have a little bit of coloring book paper, some packaging that's sturdy, a scorecard for playing bridge, and some coloring book page. And on the back cover, we've got that paper ribbon there, and it's glued down on either side, forming a pocket. And in that pocket, we have a full notepad, craft paper that's lined on one side, plain on the other, and one of those card catalog index cards, a journaling card with a sewn sticker, some packaging, some cardstock that's been punched, a little pleated book page that's been dyed, and this is tea-dyed tags that I did some stamping, put an old button on it, and a little string tie. And so that's it. It's plenty of writing space. You can see it's very full, a lot of ephemera, and string closure that matches. Just really, really, I think, a cute journal just out of junk. Absolutely. And some old stationery that was bought. But the eco dyeing and the tea dyeing, coffee dyeing, I did myself. And I just really enjoyed making this. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. This would be listed in my shop along with the other two that I've done flip through videos of all three of these. So I hope you enjoyed the flip throughs, and you can see what you can do with anything that you would toss in the trash can weekly. Put it aside. You never know what you can do with it. And I think all three turned out really great just out of packaging. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. Come again. Thank you. Bye-bye.